high above the ancient rainforest canopy inside a dark hollow carved into a giant tree. Tiny Kiki entered the world as a fragile newborn hidden from the dangers of the wild. Hairless, blind, and trembling weakly against the soft nest, newborn Kiki crawled desperately toward the comforting warmth of its loving mother. The tiny pink body of Kiki pressed tightly against thick dark fur while the mother gently cleaned and protected the helpless newborn through the quiet jungle night. Warm rays of sunlight slowly pierced through the dense canopy and illuminated the sleeping infant hidden safely inside the ancient hollow. Every tiny squeak from Kiki echoed softly through the tree while the protective mother adjusted her body carefully to feed and comfort the fragile cub. But hidden among the misty branches nearby, a deadly clouded leopard had already detected the scent of vulnerable newborn Kiki resting inside the nest. The silent predator crept closer through the canopy with glowing eyes locked directly onto the dark hollow where Kiki slept defenseless. Suddenly the mother Binturong awoke and unleashed a deep warning growl while leaping directly to the entrance of the nest to shield Kiki completely. The clouded leopard hissed aggressively and slashed powerful claws toward the hollow. But the fearless mother dodged every attack while keeping little Kiki safely behind her. With explosive fury, the mother bit deeply into the predator's paw and forced the shocked leopard backward away from the vulnerable newborn. Defeated and wounded, the dangerous leopard finally disappeared into the thick jungle mist while trembling Kiki remained hidden in the darkest corner of the nest, panting heavily after the brutal defense. The devoted mother returned immediately to comfort tiny Kiki with gentle nuzzles and warm protective fur. Time slowly passed beneath the endless green canopy, and little Kiki finally opened bright innocent eyes to the beautiful rainforest world surrounding the ancient hollow. Soft dark fur gradually covered the growing cub while curious Kiki carefully peeked outside the nest for the very first time. The adventurous young Binturong eagerly tasted sweet jungle fruit beside the mother and soon learned how to grip branches securely with a powerful prehensile tail. Playful Kiki climbed moss-covered branches, chased falling leaves, and explored the warm canopy with endless excitement and curiosity. One slippery branch nearly sent young Kiki falling from the treetop, but the strong tail instantly wrapped around the wood and saved the cub from disaster. Watching proudly from nearby branches, the mother Binturong observed Kiki slowly mastering the difficult skills needed to survive high above the forest floor. Then one terrifying afternoon, a massive reticulated python silently slithered through the leaves and prepared an ambush for unsuspecting young Kiki. Distracted by delicious red berries, Kiki remained completely unaware until the giant snake suddenly exploded forward with terrifying speed. Powerful coils wrapped violently around Kiki's body while the young Binturong screamed desperately and struggled for air inside the crushing grip. The desperate cries echoed across the rainforest canopy until Kiki's father heard the distress call and sprinted furiously through the jungle toward the danger. Without hesitation, the powerful father launched himself directly onto the giant python and sank sharp teeth deeply into the serpent's thick body. The enormous snake hissed violently and loosened its deadly coils, just enough for terrified Kiki to kick free and escape from certain death. An epic battle erupted high above the rainforest as the enraged father continued biting and clawing the massive serpent until it finally lost balance and fell from the branch below. Exhausted and traumatized, young Kiki collapsed onto a branch while the loving father gently cleaned and comforted the rescued cub afterward. Seasons passed, and the once helpless infant transformed into a sleek adolescent Binturong navigating the dense canopy with growing agility and confidence. Kiki learned how to stalk insects silently across wet branches and catch prey quickly with perfect timing beneath the dark jungle shadows. Every successful hunt strengthened the instincts hidden deep inside the growing rainforest survivor. But danger returned once more when a vicious pack of dholes surrounded young Kiki deep within the forest. The aggressive wild dogs circled closer while trapped Kiki backed desperately against the trunk of a giant ancient tree searching for escape. Snapping jaws lunged repeatedly toward the frightened Binturong while Kiki fought bravely with claws and sharp teeth against overwhelming numbers. One savage dhole managed to grab Kiki's long bushy tail just as the young climber scrambled desperately up the bark. Then, like a storm crashing from the canopy, the powerful mother Binturong dropped violently into the battle and tackled the attacking predator away from Kiki. The fearless mother pinned the snarling wild dog firmly against the ground while terrified Kiki watched the brutal struggle from a nearby branch. Instead of fleeing, courageous Kiki leapt back into the fight beside the mother and bit fiercely into the hind leg of another attacking predator. Overwhelmed by the united defense of mother and cub, the intimidated pack of dholes finally retreated back into the dense rainforest, leaving Kiki safe once again. Years passed across the endless tropical wilderness, and young Kiki transformed into a majestic, fully grown adult Binturong ruling the canopy with quiet confidence. Adult Kiki moved powerfully across ancient branches while glossy jet-black fur shimmered beautifully beneath shafts of rainforest sunlight. Strong claws gripped vertical trunks effortlessly while the enormous prehensile tail guided graceful swings through the dense jungle canopy. The once fragile newborn now carried the fierce eyes and immense strength of a true king of the rainforest, hidden within the shadows of the ancient trees. At sunset, majestic Kiki stood proudly upon the highest canopy peak overlooking endless green wilderness conquered through survival, courage, and relentless determination. The tiny helpless infant who once trembled inside a dark hollow had become a legendary guardian of the rainforest, feared by every predator that once hunted the fragile cub. Bathed in golden evening light with the endless jungle stretching beyond the horizon, adult Kiki gazed proudly across the magnificent world earned through every battle survived since birth.